wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you. And while upstanding, we allow Brother Victor Aluda, CYL Vihiga, to give us opening prayer.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord once again. Okay, may we bow down for a word of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the grace, for the journey, Jehovah Jireh. We came here, we prayed for your presence, Jehovah Jireh. God, you've been with us throughout the camp, and we say thank you, Jehovah Jireh. Father, even as we are for the closing ceremony, may you be with us, Jehovah Jireh. Even as we are planning to travel back to our homes, be and guide us, Father. In the name of God, I pray.
Amen. Could we have our seats, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. At this moment, shortly before I ask Brother Jonathan to lead us in the introduction of guests, it is a wonderful evening, and I'm sure it is only right you take note of the person sitting next to you. So at this moment, I want you to look at the person on your left or your right and just find out what their nickname, their nickname. Let them share with you their nickname. I would have really loved to hear the chief guest's nickname, but I'm very far. Do you want to share with us what your nickname is?
I would rather have a rest and just relax.
All right, thank you. At this moment, dear chief guests, sir, with your permission, allow me to bring forward Brother Jonathan Omondi, who will then lead us through the introduction of guests. We've been here for 9 days now. Chief guest, it has been wonderful. And even as we get to this closing ceremony, we are battling a somber goodbye mood because it is painful saying bye-bye. But we will make sure that we enjoy every little bit of this First Africa Rover Moot closing ceremony. It may be somber, but we promise to give it our best smile. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brother Jonathan Omondi.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. If you can see your neighbor's hands, please give that neighbor a high five. And tell them that it's almost dark. It's almost dark. In a special way, we recognize you, the scouts who have made this possible, and we celebrate you. Thank you for making it for the closing ceremony, and let's have fun during the closing ceremony. Thank you so much.
All right. A round of applause to Brother Jonathan. Thank you. Dear chief guests, now we have the contingent's flag parade. And at this moment, we will not have them come with their flags, But once your country's name is called, kindly make the loudest yell you can. And to help us do that, we have two international service team members of the program to take us through. Ladies and gentlemen. Australia!
So the next country does sound quite similar, but it's in Europe. It's Austria.
And
Austria, hurrah, hurrah.
now, Botswana. Burundi. Canada. Cape Verde.
Congo Brazzaville.
And Cote d'Ivoire.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
And brothers and sisters from Ethiopia.
France. Where are the French people? Deutschland, Germany. Hungary. And please repeat, Liechtenstein.
Madagascar.
Nepal.
The Netherlands.
Our friends from New Zealand.
Portugal. And Romania.
Rwanda.
And Seychelles.
South Africa.
Hopschwitz, Switzerland.
Ndugu na dada kutoka Tanzania.
Uganda.
United Kingdom.
USA.
And also the United States of America. And Zimbabwe.
And last, and last, and last, and last, and last, but not least,
Yeah.
the host of the first African
Whoa, whoa.
Karibu Kanairo, karibu Kenya. Kujani kushow wakoza wa Kenya. Tuna talanta ya kucheki weather. Hiyo jua.
DJ, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it.
Yeah, man.
DJ, catch it.
Yeah.
People, are you ready? I say, people, are you ready? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? DJ, bite it small again. Bite it small again. Bite it small again. Bite it small again.
All right. At the what? Yes.
DJ.
Chacha, Chacha, kindly come. Haya, hapo hapo mlipo, our chief guest it is time for our mood song. And we are all allowed to dance. This is a song that was choreographed and directed by one of us. And I want to bring on Brother Masaba to just introduce this for us.
All right, our chief guest. Allow me to introduce to you Sister Wawera Njiru. Wawera Njiru is a scout, a lovely scout, a wonderful scout. Welcome, Wawera Njiru.
So, after this moment, we are doing
On my honor, I promise that I'll do my best to do my duty to God and to my country, to help other people at all times, and to obey the scout laws.
All right.
Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Let's stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Your scalps. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. 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 Into the future, United Rover, the past African Rover Moot. Into the future, United Rover, the past African Rover Moot. Jambo Karibuni Kenya, let's all dance under the African stars. Every rover grab your camping gear. The Rover Moot makes us one. Jump! Let's all dance under the African stars. Every rover grab your camping gear. The Rover Moot takes us one. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. 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 To the future, United Rovers, the past African Rover Moot. Into the future, United Rovers, the past African Rover Moot. Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts. Where are we at? Where are we at? Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts. Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts, Rover Scouts. Where are we at? Where are we at? The Rover Moot makes us one. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. 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 Into the future, United Rovers, the past African Rover Moot. Into the future, United Rovers, the past African Rover Moot. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. Oh mama, oh mama, oh. Oh mama, I want that as we gather for the moon. The Rover Moot makes us one, innovating our next step. As we gather for the moon, wave your scarf high and make new friends. The Rover Moot makes us one. Oh mama, oh mama, yo. 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 Oh mama, oh mama, yo.
Hey, hey. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you so much, Wawira, for the lovely composition
That is talent at its best. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest permitting, at this point, allow me to invite, on behalf of the different contingents, two heads of contingents who will give us a brief on their experience as the heads of the lead delegations in this moot. So, ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest permitting, without any further ado, let me bring on board Apok, the HOC Kenya, and Sophie, the head of Contingent Germany.
Yeah. Do we say hiyo imeenda? Do we say hiyo imeenda?
Our chief guest, all protocol observed. It is my pleasure this evening to appreciate the Moot Organizing Committee for such a very successful event. On behalf of all the African heads of contingent, all the way from South Africa to Ethiopia, Madagascar to Cape Verde, we express our satisfaction to the Moot Organizing Committee. Our rovers are happy and have really enjoyed the experiences that the program committee subjected them to. It is our prayer that we shall lead the biggest contingent to South Africa. Thank you so much, and may God bless you all. Karibu.
Thank you so much, Apok. Dear Scouts from all over the world, but a special hello to the Scouts from Kenya and from the Africa Scout region. Hello. I'm Sophie, head of the German contingent, but tonight I'm standing here as a friend of the Kenya Scouts Association and the entire Africa Scouts region. I have the honor of representing all the guests that were kindly invited to join the Scouts from the Africa Scouts region at their first ever Africa Rover Moot. We are beyond thankful for your invitation, for your hospitality, and for your friendship. Thank you for letting us be your guests and still making us feel at home. We learned so much from you over the past 10 days and will continue learning from you in the future. And we're sure that many of our friendships will continue for many years to come. Asante sana, Rafiki zangu. We can't wait. We can't wait to join the second edition of the Moot in 2026. Tutanana hivi karibuni.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As Sophie says, tutaonana hivi karibuni. So let's appreciate them by clapping. Wait, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Thank you. At this point, on behalf of the participants, and just a quick test, if you made more than 10 friends, clap once. If you made no friend, clap twice. Hey. Kwani wewe ulina mtu gani? If you made more than 5 friends, clap twice. If you are still planning to make more friends, just laugh. Okay. So through the friendship and on behalf of the participants, chief guest permitting, allow me to bring on stage Tana Baylis from South Africa.
Jumbo, everyone. My name is Tana Bales, and I am from the South African contingent. Now that we are at the closing ceremony of the first Africa Rover Moot, and having the chance to look back at the time that we have spent in this beautiful country, we are so grateful for the opportunity to be here and to be part of this historical moment. We would like to say asante, thank you, to the Kenyan Scouts Association for welcoming us into your country and for making the first Africa Rover Moot a success. To all the staff, the ISTs, security, and for all of those involved, we appreciate your hard work and dedication to make this possible. Thank you for your hospitality, for the opportunity to make lifelong friends and exposing us to your rich cultures while bringing countries from around the world together, from around the world together in honor of Scouting. We have all made unforgettable moments and gained new experiences that we will cherish forever. Thank you to everyone, and we hope to see you at the next Moot in 2026.
Thank you so much. Scouts came from all over the world, crossed seas, drove through mountains and valleys. So we'll give all the participants in this particular moot 3 ocean waves, and one wave goes like this. Ow, chua. Okay, let's give the first wave. The second wave. The third and the biggest wave. Thank you so much. I appreciate from your contributions that some waves even come from rivers. At this point, Chief Guest permitting, allow me to welcome on board the chair of the first Africa Scout Moot organizing committee, Mr. Anthony Gitonga.
Thank you. Rovers, aho. Aho. Buni, aho. Buni mpo. Vumbua, aho. Tatua aye. Tatua aye. Ongoza mpo. Thank you so much. Chief Guest, Chief Scout, Chief Commissioner, members of the National Scout Board, all protocol observed. I'm delighted this evening to speak, and mine is just a thank you note. I really don't have much to say because this is an important ceremony, Chief Guest, to denote really the culmination of this beautiful, beautiful event. Rovers, you came, you learned, you enjoyed. Did you enjoy the program? Did you enjoy Nyeri? Was Bomas great? Was Ngong Hills great? I want to thank you, all participants, for making it in history as being participants of the first Africa Rover Moot. Please appreciate and congratulate yourselves. The theme was about innovating the next steps I hope you carry with you back home the spirit of innovation, the spirit of creating solutions, the spirit of discovering something new that adds value to our lives, that provides solutions to some of the challenges that we are facing. The slogan, "Let's Go," was a call for all of us to be able to take action, for all of us to stand and be counted, for all of us to be part of solutions and not problems and challenges. And I hope that you never get to forget this. I'll be brief tonight because tonight is not my night, is your night. And as Rover Scouts, I want to remind you that you play a key role in society. I want to remind you that Rover Scouting was actually born by Baden-Powell as an afterthought. Actually, Rover Scouting was only established 10 years later after Scouting was founded by Baden-Powell. If you read his book, Baden-Powell, Scouting to Success, he defines Rover Scouting. He says actually that by Rover Scouting, I don't mean aimless wandering. So it means that there is an objective in what you need to be doing. He says that by Rover Scouting, I don't mean aimless wandering, but you finding your path, you finding your way, you providing solutions, and having in mind the difficulties and the dangers that you're likely to face. So I want to tell you that as you go back home, take the memories, take the good networks that you have created, go back home with pride that you really made it to this event and that you really stood to be counted. We are very, very proud of you. As I finish, I want to appreciate and recognize each and every person who's really made this possible. It couldn't have been the way it is. It couldn't have been as successful as it has been without the contribution of all of you. The participants, I thank you for coming. I thank you for paying the fees. I thank you for creating the time to be part of this great event. For all the participants and the leaders who came from outside Africa to grace this continental event, we thank you so much. And to all our participants from Africa again, this is your event, this is your moot, and you have made it possible. We thank you. Finally, this is the night for all members of the international service team. The last 10 days have not been easy. The program has been delivered. Though amidst a few challenges, you guys went out of your way to be able to deliver this. From the program team, to security, to logistics, to catering, to everybody, I want to thank you so much for making it possible, including the camp management team led by the camp chief. And finally, allow me to appreciate the leadership of the Kenya Scouts Association, led by the Chief Scout and the Chief Commissioner, for really embracing this, for really delivering this. The Chief Commissioner, as the chair of the Moot management team, that really spearheaded the planning and the delivery of this event, went out of their way. It was not easy, I will tell you, but they went really out of their way to make sure that everything was flowing. I want to tell you that this is the team that provided the strength behind and beneath the wings that this event flew. You might not have seen them, but I want to assure you that they were there with us. Chief Scout and Chief Commissioner and the board and everyone and the Deputy Chief, we totally appreciate you. And thanks to Africa for providing and for giving Kenya Scouts the vote of confidence as a beacon of reference in scouting in Africa. Chief Guest, Mr. Tutu Fred Kamakama, thank you to you and your team. We appreciate you and we thank you for standing with us. It was an African event and you gave us the honors to host it. We have delivered and we thank you for the collaboration. As I finish, I want to leave you with a Congolese saying that says, a single bracelet does not jingle. That is to say that we collaborated, we worked together, we brought all our strengths on the table, and at the end of the day, we have jingled and we have celebrated. Thank you and safe flights back home.
Yeah. Thank you so much, the Chair, Moot Organizing Committee, Anthony Gitonga. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I say Anto, you say Gito. Anto.
Gito.
Anto. And he has left with the Congolese proverb that says that a single bracelet does not angoa. A single bracelet does not angoa. Okay, let me pull in now another participant, Ruben from Cape Verde. Bem-vindo, o meu amigo.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to start with Asante Sana for everyone. I wrote a few words here that I want to share with you. It says, the first African Rover Moot. What did I say? Thank you. 34 different countries. And the number of scouts that I can't even not count. Different faces, habits, languages, and words. But together, for the same purpose, create a better world. 9 days full of fun, learning, sharing, and experience. From Vumbua to Tatua, Buni to Ungoza. We have one goal: innovate the next step. Because we are solution, we are youth, and we are rovers. Within here, or outside here, let us have fun. A chat for a year.
All right. Thank you. Let's appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen. Dear chief guest, at this juncture, with your permission, I present to you, we break the protocol a bit and have an interlude of entertainment. Dear chief guest, this is Foundation of Hope Kibera, traditional dance, presenting a Mavuno dance made up of talents of young people and adults from Kibera.
Come, our chief guest. Kindly, let's put our hands together for the Moot memory video.
This is a dream come true, and we are excited also about what it presents to the young people. An opportunity to engage, an opportunity to interact, and perhaps to discover, to innovate solutions to some of the most pressing challenges that the world is facing today, from drug to crime to many other vices.
Not a very easy task to move all the way from all parts of the continent, including Africa. It is actually a call, the spirit of scouting. And I want to appreciate you all for coming to Kenya. Hakuna Matata.
our society, if you want to have an impact, the transition is very important. So this section for scouting is very, very important section for us. So the idea of keeping them in sight and also supporting them to develop the talent.
And it can be in any language. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, chief guest permitting, the amount of cold you are witnessing here is not as planned. The amount of cold we are witnessing here is not as planned. So you'll allow me to break protocol, and I invite all of us to stand so that we can chase the cold away. The weather is not present. The weather is absent. The weather is, but now the weather must be present. We are responsible for keeping ourselves warm. We are responsible for keeping ourselves, and that's why in a 3, in a 2, in a 1, DJ!
DJ. No. That song can only be complete when our scarves go flying.
All right.
Okay. Brother Chief Commissioner, you can ask the guests to also have their scarves on their hands on our behalf.
Yes, you will safely return them after this.
And in
so
5, 4,
in a 3, in a 2, in a 1.
Whoa!
To make the longest yeah, man.
And then I take a stop. I had to run like a fugitive to save the life I live. I'm gonna be iron.
We gonna you! We gonna you! Iron.
I'm on the run, but I ain't got no gun. See, they want to be the star, so they fight in tribal war, and they say iron, like a lion,
in Zion. Woo! Iron, like a lion.
DJ, pull up, DJ.
For those with their phones, can I see the lights from your phones?
And now,
for those with their phones, can I see the lights from your phones?
All right.
DJ, let me see the lights from your phone.
All right.
Let me see the lights from your phone. Let me see the lights from your phone.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Touch your head. Do you feel some dreads?
Oh!
Yeah, man. Ikishika wapi sana wapi duru? Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man. This is how we do it at the First Africa Rover Moot. All right. Maina, did I see you? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we now take our seats, it's time for some remarks. And Brother Jonathan.
Yes, so that is one dose, supposed to keep you warm for the next 23 minutes. Okay, I know some of you are maybe gasping for breath, so we help each other breathe. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. At this point, allow me to welcome our host, the Chiefs Commissioner, Kenya Scout Association, Bwana Victor Radido to come make brief remarks, after which he'll welcome the Chief Scout. Our host, Victor Radido!
Oh, DJ. Chief anajua kudansi wimbo mzuri ya Kijaluo. Chief apewe Ohangla.
Welcome our Chief Commissioner.
Chief apewe Ohangla.
All right.
Apewe asipewe. Apewe asipewe. DJ.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Eli, Toto. Abesumanish. Era mama. Era Toto. Arawaja somae. Arawaja somae. Ni mama arawaja somae. Arawaja somae. Ni mama tema gonna see. Mama tema gonna see. Tomorrow tema gonna see. Mama tema Apenya penya baby.
In 5, 4, 3, 2. Happy New Year, Chief.
Thank you so much. Bravo! Aho! Thank you. To our chief guest, Mr. Frederick Tutu Kamakama, to our representative from the Ministry of Youth Affairs, to our guest, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Multimedia University, to our Chief Scout, members of the African Scouts Committee present, members of the National Scouts Board, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Or you want me to say good night before you go to sleep? Today, our chief guest marks the official closure and the climax of the first African Scouts Rover Moot. And from where I stand, I am very convinced that our young people have had a very memorable, enjoyable, fun, fulfilling event. And at some point, they will not want to miss future upcoming events, including the upcoming Moot in South Africa. Aho! For record purposes, our chief guest, allow me just to deliver to you and the audience my written speech for Moot purposes, after which I will say a few words. I know today is not my day because the chief guest present here will want to talk to our young people who have come from different parts of this continent. I'll go very, very fast. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you tonight to mark the closing ceremony of the first African Rover Moot. It has been an extraordinary event, and we have made great strides in our efforts to advance the scouting movement in Africa. As the Chief Commissioner of Kenya Scout Association, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for making this event a success. We welcome scouts from all over the world and scouts from the 34 countries who turned up for this event. I am proud to say that we have achieved our goal of fostering unity, friendship, and collaboration among young people in Africa and the rest of the world. Aho! During our stay here, we visited Parks 2 and BP Graveyard, where we learned about the rich history and culture of Kenya. We had also had the opportunity to stay in Nyeri and talk about the rich history and culture of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout this event, We engaged in various activities including water polo, creative soccer, plastic tie turners, and Scout Go Solar. We also had the chance to display our creativity and cultural heritage through beadwork and traditional drums. It was wonderful to see so many people join in the fun and celebrate the spirit of scouting. As part of our commitment to the environment, we planted trees at the Bomas of Kenya and Kibiko Secondary, and I hope that these will serve as a reminder of our responsibility to protect our planet. I would like to extend my gratitude to all our partners who came to display what they do and also sponsor a number of rovers in this event. Your support has been invaluable, and we appreciate your continued partnership. To the scouts who participated in this event, I want to congratulate you for your hard work and dedication. You have shown that scouting is not just a hobby, but a way of life, and your commitment to the value of scouting is truly inspiring. I encourage you to take what you have learned here and continue to make a positive impact in your communities. As we come to the end of this event tonight, I want to wish the next country hosting the Moot a successful event. May they experience the same warm hospitality that we have experienced in Kenya. In closing, I want to thank everyone who has contributed to the success of this event. Kenya Scout staff, the international service staff, partners and participants. Without you, you wouldn't have reached where we are tonight. Your dedication and hard work have made this event a success, and I look forward to seeing the continued growth and development of scouting in Africa and beyond. I want to thank you, and I wish you a safe travel back home. Bravo! Our chief guest, just before I call upon my boss, who is our next speaker, I would wish to recognize a few individuals who have made this event be what it is tonight. It has not been easy for the last 9 days, to move around, to organize activities that have made our young people to learn from each other, to share ideas, to unite, to learn different cultural backgrounds, and to be able to explore this country as they discover themselves as young people. These international service staff and members of different contingents have been here a week before and have been with these young people for the last 9 days, and it will not be proper as the host chief commissioner to leave this platform without recognizing their efforts. Before they stand wherever they are, let me in particular recognize Bwana Jonathan Omondi, who has been very office, who's led this program to date. Bwana Masai Muita, who was once in charge of the Moot in 2010, has been with his team like the father, and he has been updating the committee about the progress of this camp. Thank you so much, Bwana Masai. There is this gentleman who has emceed this program, Bwana Nick Odhiambo. And Bwana Nick, I want to believe that this was your calling. At some point, we want to see you in State House doing the same to the president. Bwana Antoni Gitonga, who is our Moot chair. Thank you, Bwana Gito, the International Commissioner, Kenya Scouts Association, and I think the best IC in the world, not just in Africa, in the world. Thank you, Bwana IC. We also have Bwana Moses Danda. He may not be very, visible amongst you wherever you have activities, but he's been able to play a very crucial and critical role in making this event successful. I cannot mention everyone, but allow me to ask all the international service staff who are here to be upstanding wherever you are, so that can just be recognized. Please, where you are, please. International service staff. Just wave. Ahoy! I am also flanked by two very senior members of the National Scouts Board. It's important to note that issues of gender, we as members of the Scouting fraternity don't just take them lightly. And my deputy has not been on the platform, but she has ensured that this program goes on successfully. And this is none other than Madam Alice Kihungi. Madam Alice, thank you, just salute to the, thank you, Madam Alice. And next to Madam Alice, we have Bwana Apok, who is the head of Kenyan contingent. He had spoken before me. Thank you, Bwana Apok, for the good work. As I conclude, I also want to recognize Mr. Shuaib Adams. Mr. Shuaib Adams is my boss and the president of the International Police Organization in Africa, and is also a member of the board of trustees, and he once served with him in this organization about a decade back, and I'm happy to see him coming to also grace our function. Thank you, Mr. Shuaib, for coming. At this point in time, I want to invite Professor Kaimenyi. And before I invite Professor Kaimenyi, our young people who are here, it's important to know that this professor, the Chief Scout, who is coming to talk to you, has authored a number of books. And as young people, it's important that you get these books and get to know what is talked about, which is very relevant to the contemporary issues affecting young people within the globe. And one of the books which I want you to read is titled, Don't Hesitate. In other words, don't hesitate to make a decision when you strongly feel the time is right. He's also done a book known as Betrayal of Public Trust, which is very important for commissioners and members of the public to read. He has also written a book titled Unending Surprises in Marriage. I know young people, maybe after some time, you may want to get into, this life where we are here today. And don't be surprised with so many things that you may find. It's important to prepare yourself before you get into that life. And the fifth book is done, is what they haven't told you about retirement. People retire, they just get shocked when they are told your time has reached. So it's important to read the book, especially those whom I'm seeing are close to retire, among us here. And finally, you need to read a book about busy office versus responsible fatherhood. Busy office versus responsible fatherhood. If this is done, I'm very optimistic that our young people who have come here today will not only be future leaders, but they will be great leaders who will be worth emulating from wherever you will be. I want to thank you so much. I want to pray that when you go back to your destination, do not forget about Kenya. Please remember to get back to Kenya, not only for scouting, explore as a tourist, to say hello to Radido. With all those, I want to invite Professor Ambassador Jacob Kaimenyi, the Chief Scout, Kenya Scout Association, who was once the Minister for Lands. He also served as the Minister for Education. He is a father figure, very religious person, a man who has really made this organization to be where it is, a father of all these board members you are seeing. Bwana Kaimenyi, karibu sana na uweze kuongelesha majasiri. Asante.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Commissioner, for those wonderful remarks. One time, my wife read something somewhere in a public transport vehicle to the effect that if you want to be frustrated in life, expect gratitude from others. So when it comes from my chief commissioner, I feel elated. Can you clap for him again? Our chief guest, the two wonderful representatives of the Ministry of Sports, Youth and the Arts, my special friend, Professor Pumbatia, all protocols observed. Bravo! Scouts, we. I'll try and be very brief and mention a few points because I'm talking to people who are basically youngsters, some the age of my own children. First of all, I looked at the mood when you are dancing here, and also the record of the events that have taken place for the last 10 days. And I must admit, I have been very impressed. Very excited young people, full of energy. And I discovered you have diverse talents. My challenge to you, some are wonderful dancers, wonderful musicians, composers of music. It's not common. So I want to challenge you that you capitalize on those talents to be great and to make your respective countries greater. Number two, I also got the impression that you have learned a lot, not necessarily about Kenya culture, but diverse cultures, all the way from different continents. That which you have learned is critical, yes, but your success will depend on whether you implement that which you have learned. So please go out there and implement those lessons. The other thing, and I challenged you last time, I want to repeat it. Where I come from, we repeat something for the second or third time so that it can sink in your memory. And want you to be champions of Scout movement globally, wherever you are. Let the people feel you. Be our ambassadors. I have heard some of you say we came and you conquered. Wherever you go, let people feel it. I want to time and again, without wasting a lot of time, thank all those people who have made this event so historic, so memorable. God will bless you abundantly. Young people, I want you to know this. Sometimes when you work so hard, you spend your own time, which is invariable. You might ask, what is it in for me? Please don't ask that question. Because the Almighty will see what you do and reward you handsomely, 60% and 100%. And you'll be a different person. Today is a very special day. I feel so nice that we have succeeded beyond measure. In our midst, we have two unique guests. I said earlier on, we have two ladies. Unbogable. If you don't know Kiswahili, ask them, whoever is next to you, what is unbogable? So we have two unbogable ladies led by Emily Maina. So I request her to come and make remarks on behalf of the ministry, and then I'll introduce to you the next guest. Please, Emily, welcome. Asante. What is the music for this lady? DJ.
Yes.
My lips, your lips, they touch, they kiss,
all right.
Come to the dance floor, babe. Leo tuna festa fe banga, ama tutadu it your way. Yeah, wacha nikuse, usiniogope, babe. Leo na finesse na ujanja, eh. Leo ta maintain.
Sawa DJ, sawa. Thank you, DJ. Thank you.
The chief guest, who is also the regional director, Youth Scout, the chief scout, Professor Kaimenyi, the members of the Moot organizing committee, and all the youth of this country and the visitors. Good evening. Good evening once again. We are very, very delighted to be here. We are from the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Sports and the Arts, and I have come with my colleague, Madam Jane. I would want her to greet you first.
Habari zenyu. Good evening. I'm happy to see you all, and I still wish you the very best.
Once again, we are very grateful to be here. And I want to let you know that the person who opened this moot camp was our CS, Ababu Namwamba. Did you see him? Did he dance with you? That is the person we are representing this evening. He has sent you greetings, and he has a principal secretary, P.S. Mahdi. He has also sent greetings. He's on an assignment in the UK. And when you look at the mandate of the youth, it is about empowerment. And we are very, very grateful this evening to have seen the kind of work that has taken place in the 10 days. It is very, very gratifying to see that the youth are connecting, the youth are taking issues of nature very seriously, the youth are taking issues to do with the talent in a very big way, and they are also moving forward. May I register my appreciation to the Chief Scout? I have heard great things that have been mentioned about him, and I want to bear testament of the kind of a man that he is. And it is always very, very important to praise a person when he's arrived. Besides the many great works he has done, he was my minister in education. And when there were reforms in the TVET sector, he put me in one of the areas, and I was able to spearhead the CBET curriculum with a body that was supposed to regulate the TVET institutions. And besides that, we were able to do great strides. And I am happy to note about the many books that he has written. And many of us, as we are growing in our years, there are many things that we do not understand. We never understand that we are retiring. And most of you retire and die in few years. And I want to speak to the young people of today. As you enjoy the years of your youth, treasure the many nuggets that you have received from the Chief Scout and the many people that have spoken to you. When I have seen the many activities that you have done within the week, they speak a lot about what we are doing as a State Department. Specifically in the docket that I hold, we always look at the youth social development. And when you are looking at the social development, we are looking at those obstacles, which are those obstacles that prevent the young people from growing. And some of the issues that you have been taken through about character development, about networking, the issues of unleashing all your talent, I am very happy, and I can be able to give a report, a good report of the work that has been done in the 10 days. As our CS mentioned the last time he was here, we have an occasion that is coming up which is called the Youth Connect. This particular activity was mooted in Rwanda, and it has been successful over the years. And it is only last year when our Deputy President visited Rwanda, and he declared that we are going to host. And just like Kenya braved the idea that you are going to have their first African Moot event, and it has been a great success. We have that activity in October. And we are going to launch the chapter very soon, and Kenya will be that third country. And based on the success that have been experienced in this particular activity, I want to declare that what gets measured gets done. At the minute that Kenya braved the idea that they are going to have this event and they were very successful, we are also going to plan that one, and it is going to be successful. And I know we work with great partners like the Scout, and we make it a success. And the 1,000 members that have come to this country over this event, I want to invite you. Your countries are generous. They are very great friends of Kenya. And just go and mention today that we have an event in Kenya in October, and they will make all the preparation because we are expecting around 15,000 young people. And if you are only 1,000, go and mobilize and have as many people come to Kenya and enjoy. And we shall be discussing some of the issues that have already been discussed about unemployment, solutions to the problems that you have, and we are going to make this country great. I want to express our satisfaction with the organization that has been done, and we are sure that we will work together. I'm also very grateful that you are heeding the bottoms-up transformation agenda. I know in one of them, the president has made a commitment to planting 15 million trees. And as I was talking to the national commissioner, we were trying to moot how we can work together with some of those partners that can make this one a success. And I want to tell you, young people, this Kenya is ours. We are the people who can make it better. And the visitors that have come, the young people that have come, you become our ambassadors and go and speak about the good of this country. Say we are a good country, Kenya. We want to develop our talent. We want to make this country great. We are a country that cares for the youth. We prioritize the youth and we love them. And when you come back here, let us work together and make sure that our country is a success. Once again, we are very grateful. Take the great things that you have been able to witness here. Go talk about how good we are. We continue to be good. We shall be good. Talk about our CS, how you found him. He's a youth. And let us keep the energy. May the Lord bless you as you go home tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you clap for her again? You could see these two ladies know how to dance. They have excellent moves. Allow me to introduce the next speaker, whom I know will be very brief also, to the point. And this is none other than Professor Mbatia, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs, Multimedia University. You know, young people, a lot of you are there. This gentleman, we worked together very closely when I was his Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Nairobi, for 9.5 years. And I called him today. I invited him today, despite the fact that he was busy, he had an event, he came. That is the hallmark of friendship. Can you clap for him? He did not look for an excuse why he can't come. Many people would have done that. My brother, thank you, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. As you have heard, I am Paul Mbatia, a professor of sociology. This morning, I had a very unique call. I was an online meeting, and when I saw the person who was calling me, this is my former boss, who was my DVC, Deputy Vice Chancellor, when I was working at the University of Nairobi. And when I saw the call, I had to step aside and answer him. And when we talked, and I explained that I was on an online meeting, we agreed that I would call back after 9:30. And I did exactly that, and I got an invite to join him this evening, and I cannot complain. I assured him, amidst the many things that I was doing in the course of the day, I assured him that I would be here. And I'm not disappointed. I arrived here, and the first thing I got was a dinner. But I didn't know that the dinner had a cost. Thank you very much. I have enjoyed every moment of being here. One of the things that you will never forget, and hear this from a person who is over 60 years, is your youth. Take care of your youth. Make use of your youth. When we were seated there with Professor, we could just but admire the young girls, the young men who are here dancing. We look back and envy you. We were there, and how we would wish we can do it your way. Congratulations. I engage a lot with young people, and I started engaging with the issues of the youth way back in 1986, when I was writing my master's dissertation and was on youth and employment. I have continued to study, to interact with the youth, and to reflect on youth issues to date. But today, it was a surprise that I was invited to come and participate in an event on Scout movement. I know about the Scout movement, but not the details. So when I started checking on what you do, I got a surprise. The first thing that I learned as I was looking about and trying to understand the Scout movement was the motto, "Be prepared." And here I was being invited in the morning to participate in the evening, and I thought that was quite inspiring. Be prepared, always. I don't want to make a long speech. Every time I talk to the youth, they have a question that they always ask. And especially for people like us, whom they take as their mentors. The basic question that they will always want to be answered is, how do we succeed? How can we succeed? Many a times when people talk to the youth, they tell them to work hard. And very hard. And sometimes the story ends there. But when I interrogated the content of the Scout movement, I found very good ideas on what we ought to do to be successful. I am humbled to share some of the ideas as a reminder to you. Number one is duty to God. Be spiritual. And you can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim. But there is a call, duty to God. Be a strong believer in God and serve Him with dedication. You start from there, and it has a lot of benefits. For some of us, whom you may say we have succeeded, if you interrogate, there is a relationship between your spirituality and success. Be a God-fearing person. Number two is serving others. Duty to others. You cannot succeed in whatever you are doing without serving others. Can you say after me? Serving others. Take it up and extend it. Can you say to the person next to you, serving others? That is an attribute of humanity, and that can help us to create a better world by serving others. Sometimes you are so selfish, and the world we live in has very many people who are so selfish, they only want to serve themselves. Let us use the energy I saw, the love I show in you, in serving others, in creating a better world. Number three is the trustworthy. Be a trustworthy person. And I want to make this statement, that in the world we live today, employers, people are seriously looking for trustworthy people. People you can trust, and they are in short supply. This movement, the scouting movement, trains you to be a trustworthy person. We are looking forward that this generation we are raising here will be disciples of people who are trustworthy to change the world and make it a better place. Employers are seriously searching for people of integrity who are increasingly becoming scarce. Let us start to be counted as trustworthy people. Number four is duty to self. You cannot serve others in a better way unless you also develop yourself. Self-development. For the time you have been here, I am impressed with so many things that you have participated in, and that defines your growth. You grow your skills, you grow your body and mind. It is important for you to grow, and you have a duty to grow thyself. We go to school to acquire skills. That's part of growing thyself. As I come to an end, be a good citizen. We all would want to be global citizens, and we can never be able to create a better world if we are not good citizens. Wherever you are, be of value to others. That is being a good citizen. And in the Bible we say, be the salt of the earth. Wherever you are, let people know you by serving them. And we will be celebrating our efforts in creating a better world. As I end, we cannot be successful as youth without discipline. I am sure for the 9 days you have been here, you are timed. Whatever you did was timed. Whatever you did was measured. And I'm sure you may even have competed. There are rules of the game. And you want to be a disciplined person who respects the rules of the game. Be guided by the godly values, by the laws of the land. Be a disciplined citizen. I want to thank you for all the activities. Our Kenyan youth, thank you very much for being such wonderful hosts. Thank you very much, our visitors, for accepting to come. Can we clap for them? Thank you, our visitors. And as you prepare to leave, may God bless you. We are very proud of this event. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Well said. Can you clap for that gentleman again? Before I request our guest of honor to come forward, allow me to recognize the presence of a great man, one of our trustees, Mr. Shuaibu. Akwapi, where are you? Yeah, can you clap for him, please? Clap for him. This gentleman was a cop for a long time. Let him come here and just wave, say jambo, and then we can move on. So are you, please?
Good evening, everybody. I wasn't prepared for a speech, and I know you don't like to hear too many speeches. Great. Okay. I'd just like to say that I've been in scouting for a very long time. And when I see you all, I actually see my children. I've got 4 children. All of them have been in scouting. 2 of them have been Eagle Scouts. And I'm really proud of them. And I know what it means to be a scout. And I see you people as future leaders, because scouts actually make you into something great, from the way I've seen it personally. Being the president of the Africa Command, International Police Organization, I want to recognize our Chief Commissioner, my brother here, who's been with me, Victor Adido, since the time I started scouting, which is years ago, and he's on the executive board member. And we believe through the movement of International Police Organization, we have a lot of youth involved, because the skills that you learn in scouting will help keep us peace and security in the world. So we're looking forward to that. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Can you cheer him again, please? Now it's my great pleasure and honor to invite our chief guest to come and address him. But before he comes, let me say 1 or 2 words about him. I find him to be a very rare gentleman. Very rare. As a regional director, World Scout Bureau Africa Support Center, Mr. Frederick Kamakama. All the events that we have attended or we owe dear, the gentleman is not too big to attend. It's a sign of humility and commitment. So we are greatly honored to have this gentleman, who has a special place in his heart for Kenya Scouts. And we have succeeded, I can tell you, largely because of his support. If you try to shake Kenya Scouts Association, it will not move. If you do it negatively, it will not work. Because of this gentleman. Scout, bravo! Bravo! Welcome, Frederica Makama.
Piano for our chief guest.
Jambo. Jambo tena. GS Chief Scout, Professor, my good friend Kaimeni, GS Chief Scout, Chief Commissioner, Kenya Scout Association, dear members of the board of Kenya Scout Association, dear heads of delegations of all the contingents, our good friends from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, dear partners, let me say all protocols observed. I feel a bit cold. Are you also cold? Are you sure? Are you also cold? DJ, are we cold?
Jerusalem. Now, I think we are now allowed by the chief guest to chase away the cold. Brother Makla, come. We want to chase away the cold now. We need to chase away the cold, and we need to know how we are falling down. Hey. Chase away the cold now. Hey. Yes. And now, our chief guest is a leader, and we need to follow the leader. We need to follow the leader. Are we ready? Are we ready? Our chief guest is our leader tonight. And DJ in 3, 2, 1, go! Time to chase away some cold. Let's join in our biggest train tonight. This is the best way to chase away the cold. Time to chase away the cold. I can see Austria in the house. Australia in the house. Germany in the house. It's time to chase away the cold. DJ Dance. Yes, this can only be done in the first African Rover Moot. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? We will do that right after the chief guest has made his remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. As you are going back to your place, say that this is actually your night. Tell your friend, this is your night. Yes, this is our night. I can see actually what I have missed during the 10 days of the moot. Dear friends, this is actually what we are, and that's why we are here all as friends. Let me focus. I know that we have had a lot of speeches, but let me focus on three things. The first one is actually gratitude to the government of Kenya, as represented tonight by our two good ladies. We know that in our Scout promise, our countries are very important. And we know that the country is led by the leaders. We know that no country is perfect. I'm speaking because I'm coming from a war-torn country, and I think my friends from the ministry are trying to guess where I'm from. You might get that at the end. But I would like to thank the government of Kenya. We know that with all the challenges that Kenya as a country is having, we still believe and we still see that Kenya is an island of peace. That's why we are meeting here today. And I will tell you one thing. All of us, Scout, we call ourselves messengers of peace. We love peace. Coming from a war-torn country, I will tell you, please don't start war. Because you know how you start war, and you don't know how that war will end. We Scout, we are all lovers of peace. And if anything, we'd like to ally with our government to make sure, even in the midst of our challenges, we have peace. And Kenya for us is very important. And I want these messages to go back to the government of Kenya. Not only because the cabinet secretary was here, we are very grateful, but we know Kenya, and I used to say this when I go to Nyeri, and I think people from Nyeri might be very jealous tonight, because I say that Nyeri is actually the city of Scouting. Those rovers who went there, you have seen what is there in Nyeri. But we believe that Kenya is a land of Scouting. Apart from Nyeri, we are grateful to the government of Kenya that our regional office is here in Kenya since 1982, courtesy of the Kenya government. We also are grateful to the Ministry of Youth and Sport for the support that we have extended through Kenya Scout Association, and the fact that the minister, the cabinet secretary himself, was here for the opening ceremony. In token of appreciation, we Scout, we like badges. There is a small token I would like to call upon our two ladies. Maybe the most senior, please come. Take this small token of appreciation to the minister, that we thank him for being here. We have got your invitation to work together, and we'll be knocking at your doors so that what we have experienced tonight, but also during the moot, can become a reality, that we can always remember Kenya as the first ever land to host the Africa Scout Moot. Thank you so much. I say I'm going to be very brief. My second point is on Kenya Scout Association. Professor mentioned that we have been very close to Kenya Scout Association, And for all our friends coming outside of Kenya, some did not even know that our regional office is actually based in this camp. And we are here courtesy of Kenya Scout Association. And if I tell you what we pay as rent to Kenya Scout Association is only nominal. And we are very grateful to Kenya Scout Association, not only for hosting us, but this has been a long story. I could listen to the International Commissioner. And if the leadership will allow me, please let me call on behalf of Kenya Scout Association, my good friend, International Commissioner. I know why I'm calling him. Please, Anthony, come forward and to represent Kenya Scout Association. I'm not doing any publicity, but I want to recognize a good friend, but somebody was also a rover. Today we are celebrating rovers. The first time he came to my office officially was during the launch of his book on Rover Way in Kenya. We didn't know that Kenya will be hosting the first ever Rover Moot. And Anthony, not only an international commissioner, was part of the young people, and I can call him young people, and I think he's still young, he still has a long way to go, who actually work for pushing the leaders of the region to start the idea of having a Rover Moot, of promoting the Rover section in Africa. And this I can remember was during the Africa Scout Day 2018 in Zimbabwe. The idea was picked and passed through the conference in Zimbabwe, Harare. And Anthony and 3 others were appointed to be part of the study group to write a concept note of the Moot. And the reason why I'm calling him here, because during the launch of the concept note, that was the second time he came, and I still remember the photo is still in my office. Anthony, on behalf of Kenya Scout Association, and on behalf of all the Rover Moot who have really helped to plan and organize this first ever Rover Scout Moot, and on behalf of Kenya Scout Association, this is the token of appreciation. Maybe I give a bit of the history. This badge is given by the World Scout Committee, and it is given only on a very special occasion, on recognition. And I think Kenya Scout Association, and through you, all the rovers of Kenya will be recognized for that. Thank you so much. Don't be jealous, all the recognitions are going to Kenya. But did you like the mood? Did you like the camp? There was somebody, whenever I was coming to the camp, I told him that please don't chase me. And that's the camp chief. And I think it's going to be a good souvenir for him and his team to have this badge. Thank you, DJ. Now the scouting part of it. I was also a teacher, and I like starting with some stories. A very short one. I was not there during the opening ceremony because I went home for a bereavement. When I came, my last born asked me, Daddy, what is a moot? I didn't connect. And I asked him, what again? And he told me that he saw in the office car, it's written moot. Who can guess my answer? It was a long one. And I told him, Jamboree is for the youngest one, and for the grown-ups, almost the grown-ups one, is the moot. Today we have seen what the moot is, and I wish my boy was here. The moot is actually an opportunity for us to become better adult, because I tell scouts, whom I call my bosses, because I will not have a job if you are there, not there. I'm a regional director for Scouts. Beyond and beyond the moot is how we want to better ourselves and how do we want to better the society. I've seen the program, I've seen all that we have gone through. Today's world that we are living in, and just if you look, and I was talking about war, just across next to Kenya, we are starting another war in Sudan. We used to say that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And once I was corrected, the youth are actually the leaders of today. I gave you the example of Anthony, with his team and with his friends. They came out with the idea that if you want the future of scouting in Africa to be better, there is a special group that we can help develop the talent, the competencies that can help us build better scouting. The theme, and actually the slogan, came from themselves. And I would like to put it together. Let's go innovating the next steps. What are the challenges that we are facing in today's? Kenya is a very beautiful country that we have seen. Tonight we are a bit shivering of cold, but if you go 45 kilometers from Nairobi, you will see the kind of suffering some people are having just because of lack, or what we are calling nowadays extreme climate. In the program that we have had, part of it is that calling us today to be the champions of nature, to be the champion of the environment. Another challenge that we are facing today in our world, and if you listen to the news, and I would recommend you to listen to Al Jazeera because they put a very good documentary there on artificial intelligence. When we are talking about innovation, many people are just thinking only of the digital world, and digital world is where we are there. And today, the call, even for the leaders, even for those who have created all this device, are calling us for responsible innovation. We are saying, let's go innovating the next steps. How responsible our innovations are going to be for this world. The professors, and he has already written a book on retirement, he's advising us on what experience is there. But us, as leaders of today, which kind of world we want to live in. Not only which kind of world we want to live to the next generation, but which kind of world we want to live in. And this is, I think, the learning that we have got into here. And I like Professor Mbati what he said. We have got all the Scout law, all the values, and I think this is the magic of Scouting, bringing us all together, sharing the common vision. And we say that actually one promise, one movement. I like the fact that we have come all over from New Zealand to United States of America, bringing the entire world together. What is bringing us together here is this common value or common values that we are sharing, but also the idea that together we can create a better world. I like the fact that we have our partners here, and I also like the fact that when we are talking, Jonathan was asking if you have met 10 friends during this mood, clap once. And he said also, if you have not met friend, claps twice. That's very good. But the most important thing we are looking into tonight as we are going back home, what have we learned during this mood? For me, it was not an African mood, because I could see like Germany came with biggest number of contingents from outside Africa, which is not an African country. And the value of Scouting here, and that's why I call the magic of Scouting, we know that once an event is organized carrying the WUSM flag, that event is open to any Scout from around the world. The friendship that we have built today, the experience that we have had today, I know you have gone through challenges. Sometimes, like tonight, we started late because we didn't have power. But these challenges, actually, this is what makes us grow in Scouting. Because if we have everything perfect, then we are not going to learn. The friendship that we have had today under the hardship of this mood, you can bet will last forever, and example that is going to stick with you through your own life. And if you don't have that, that means you didn't participate in the mood. My prayer and my wish to all of us, that we be the change that we want to see in the world. We be responsible citizens. We take the learning, the friendship, and the hope. I actually call Rovers the hope of Scouting. Because the next generation of Scout, the quality of Scouting that we are going to experience will depend on you, no one else, you, Rovers, what you are going to be doing. So, tonight is our night. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for honoring Africa, for honoring Kenya, but more so for honoring yourself, and go there, make the change, and be responsible citizen. God bless you, God bless Scouting, and God bless all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our chief guest, for the inspiring words. Thank you for helping us redefine innovation. And I know you'll be coming back again at some point. But for now, let's give our chief guest another round of applause. Asante sana. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end. A few more things to be done before we open for more fun. Just another recap. We had a beautiful opening of this moot, led by none other than the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts. So I invite us to just do another quick recap of this as we have our acrobats getting ready. So, DJ, from your end, let's have another quick recap of the moods, moments, and times.
Facebook.
Namwambia tuko live Facebook.
Oh, iko live Facebook.
I'm just reminding him to announce we are live.
Okay.
Share.
Yeah. What do you need to make the ceremony quicker?
I think here too. So here are tufanyi. Yeah, tufanyi. So just go ahead.
The recognition of MOC, I need to do that. This is zingine zote. Hizi need to recognize too because of time. So tuendelee na hapo, sio?
Scouting through the 173 scout organizations are making a positive difference in the lives of people where you come from. May I now declare the first Africa Rover Moot officially open.
Your minister.
Yeah. All right.
That's all.
Thank you. And now our acrobats, DJ. Kwani hakuwa mjipanga?
Hey yo, it's District 78.
Hello, greet everybody for you. Body just shake bello. What is up on tell bello, deliver like I get bello. Them say I dey go sell out. Them say I dey go sell out. Best me to Fortuna, I go make you Joe Dada. Show you get to the power. Sweetie passy, Yamala Ketu, Shinji Kagawa, Jesu Christi Lobawa. Got them falling yakata. You know I see sabi girl they do. anything I know fitness. You don't go fit in my shoes. High fashion, give me choose. Wanna sip something and choose tomorrow. It's me looking for you now. I gon' make you do dada. Sure you get the power. Sweetie passy, I'm a lucky too. Shinji kagawa. Just to Christy lobawa. But them falling yakata. You know I see sabi girl they do. Sabi, oh, sabi, oh, sabi, oh, sabi,
Wonderful. Let's give it up to our acrobats. Yay. Wapi makofi kwao jameni? Uwe.
Aquaba, oh sister, I know be a rider. Give me one.
Hey.
Fighter, provider. Pasta. Meaning Jumuti, make me be a sponsor.
Ay. Yes. A big round of applause to our acrobats, ladies and gentlemen. Let's appreciate our acrobats. Prince.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Yeah. 100 X's in my vibe. 100 X's in my vibe. 100 X's in my vibe. Hey, 6 black queens. Woo, 100 X's in my vibe. Hey, push gas color times. Bitch, you me and my fans. Hey, I don't do it for your life, but I do it for my life. Bad home is in my home, but I live twice in my home with my mom. 100 X's in my vibe. Hey, push gas color times. Bitch, you me and my fans. Hey, I don't do it for your life, but I do it for my life. Bad home is in my home, but I live twice in my home with my mom. Yeah, this yellow nigga live inside in my head. In my friends, you can close your eyes. I'm a sucker, should run in my way. It's not I can't pull in my coil. This yellow nigga live inside in my head. Me, my lady, you close your eyes. I'm a sucker, should run in my way. It's not I can't pull in my car. My friends come in like a fucking my devil. They're cool, this your bitch, my bitch. It's my racial gas animation. I see my bullet to kill my guy. Took us there, I finish on my red. Willie Prince, stick it down my neck. Grab a Lambo in my video, my ex. Nancy, who's this got my wreck. Honey, mother, bitch, you there, red. Willie Prince and the killer street. Tabby hair with the same boo. You let the get gun shoot you again. That's how I can't pull in my car. She don't nigga let me study my heady. Hey, Black Prince on the deck. Hey, 100 X's in my vibe. Hey, Gucci gas, color times screw. Bitch, you got me in my fast. Hey, I don't do it for your life, but I do it for my life. Bad home is in my home, but I live twice in my home with my mom. 100 X's in my vibe. Hey, Gucci gas, color times screw. Bitch, you got me in my fast. Hey, I don't do it for your life, but I do it for my life. Bad home is in my home, but I live twice in my home with my mom.
Harry Tango, she sport. Fred BBM a bread. Honey mother Fraser deck. Branson City like a drop. Ravi Lambo not four books.
Thank you. Hey. Thank you. Sante sana. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate another talented Rover Scouts. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, let me invite the chair of the Moot Organizing Committee to recognize members who made this possible. Thank you and welcome, Chair.
Thank you so much. Aho! Aho! Very briefly, I just want to take a few minutes to recognize the men and women who worked day and night, who burnt all the midnight toil, who left no stone unturned to plan and to deliver this event. So my team, the Moot Organizing Committee, please very fast if you could just join me on stage. The camp chief, please. The program team, Mr. Abdallah, the Assistant Chief Commissioner, program, the secretary as well, logistics, communications, please the entire Moot Organizing Committee, also joined by the camp management team, and that is the sub-camp chiefs. Please come forward. This is a team, ladies and gentlemen, that for the last 2.5 years, we've been working tirelessly to deliver this, to plan, to deliver this, to crack the program. And they used their own resources, spared no time, left no stone unturned to make sure that this event has been a success. So everybody, including the members of staff who have been part of this committee, Joyce, Rispa, Solomon, Major, am I forgetting anyone? The head of Contingent, thank you so much. Salesio and the security team, the entire Moot Organizing Committee, and I also supported by the Kenyan Contingent team. So this is a team that really delivered. But I must also say, because it is important, that this team was also supported by the Moot Management team, chaired by the Chief Commissioner, and also having the Deputy Chief Commissioner as part of that team, the National Executive Commissioner, and also the Regional Director. We thank you and we appreciate you. So team, from me to you, I thank you. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for your expertise. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the sacrifice you have made to make sure that this event has been a success. Truly, 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 we thank you. And maybe this would not be complete without a word from the chair of the Moot Management team. Chief Commissioner, kindly, if you could join us on stage to just come and please, 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 with your permission, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Asante. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairman. Mine is just to say a very big thank you to the entire team for the good job done. Because of time, and I'll appreciate you in a different way after this mood. Thank you so much.
All other members of the Kenyan team that are not on this stage, we appreciate you. We thank you. Members of staff, the technical team from the regional office, from Callisto to Grace to Mirie to Jonathan to Nelson to Anne to Mercy, all of you, forgive me if I'm forgetting your name, and variably led by the regional director, we thank you and we thank you so much, and may God the Almighty bless you. And of course, you know you cannot leave the stage without a dance, eh? Yeah, of course. You know that. Yeah. Ekai, we thank you. Boniface, I thank you. Masai, the camp chief, I thank you. DJ, please, cheza kama wewe. Let's see how these guys dance. Just for 1 minute. Thank you so much and God bless you. DJ, tukuna kune ama tufanye nini? DCC, we thank you. NEC, we thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. We are free to exit the stage.
After hii
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you everybody. Thank you DCC, thank you NEC, thank you Chief Scout, thank you the entire Kenyan team. Asante.
So, thank you so much. And Bwana Chair, I think we also appreciate all the members of the International Service Team. Okay, at this point, we want to symbolically present some gifts, and this is a point for exchanging gifts with the different contingents. So may I invite the Chief Commissioner to join the chair of the Moot organizing team on stage. So for the different contingents, this is the moment that we'll symbolically present some gifts to a few contingents, and for those who also have gifts to leave to Kenya Scouts, you come forward. So may I request the Chief Commissioner, Kenya Scout Association, to join the chair of the Moot organizing committee on stage. Julie Kasiva, please also come on stage. So the contingents, we come forward, the heads of contingents, as we receive our gifts, and also be ready to exchange your gifts. Austria. So Sheldon, please also come forward. And Liz, please come forward. We want to do this as fast as we can. So contingents, please come in that order. So, Ama. So these are in no particular order. Let me just have all the heads of contingents taking their place. Sorry, this will not be in alphabetical order. So just as I call you, you'll come. Madagascar. Scouts UK. Okay. That's for Scouts UK. Next is Democratic Republic of Congo, Seychelles, Portugal, Australia, you'll be next. Next will be Switzerland. After Australia, Switzerland. After Switzerland, we have New Zealand. Yes, Switzerland. In the meantime, the 30 rovers, please get ready, the 30 rovers doing the flag ceremony. New Zealand. After New Zealand, Burundi. After Burundi, Hungary. After Hungary, Botswana, please, you are next. Botswana. After Botswana, Liechtenstein. Canada, you'll be next. Austria, after Canada. Then Côte d'Ivoire. Austria. After Austria, Tanzania. Tanzania will be next. After Tanzania, Uganda. After Uganda, South Africa. Then Netherlands. Netherlands. Germany. After Germany, Cape Verde. After Cape Verde, Rwanda. Rwanda, you're next. Zimbabwe. After Zimbabwe, Nepal. Do you have Nepal? USA. France. Congo Brazzaville. Romania. After Romania, Ethiopia. Romania. After Romania, Ethiopia. Netherlands. Côte d'Ivoire. Rwanda. Côte d'Ivoire.
Rwanda.
Wait first. Wait. Seychelles. Nepal. Do you have Nepal? USA. We have also certificates of appreciation for all the HOCs, ISTs, and all the participants, and also all the contingents. You'll receive that per contingent, but due to time, we'll not do that now. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we want to take us through a very special ceremony, which is the handing over ceremony. Yes, Kenya hosted the first Africa Scout Rover Moot, and someone will host the second Africa Scout Rover Moot. So at this point, I see our Chief Scout coming in, so I'll let him.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is not going to be a speech, but to appreciate one unique gentleman here by the name Reverend Archbishop Javas Nyaisonga, Catholic Diocese of Mbeya, the president of all Catholic bishops in Tanzania. And I understand he conducted mass here with a lot of humility. Can we ask him to come in front here? We clap for him. Bishop, please. Your Ladyship, where is he? Your Ladyship, where is he? Is he around? If he is not there, in absentia, clap for him. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Chief, indeed, for recognizing Archbishop Gavas Nyaisonga, a very humble man of God, a leader trainer, and a true friend of Scouting. We appreciate you, we celebrate you, Bishop Gavas Nyeswanga from Tanzania. Okay, so at this point, may I invite on stage the Regional Director, accompanied by the Chair of the Africa Youth Advisors, to come and support in the handing over ceremony. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from an idea to a conference resolution, from a conference resolution to an organizing committee, from an organizing committee to an opening ceremony, from an opening ceremony, finally to a closing ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the hosts of the first Africa Rover Moot, Kenya! Yes, so from Kenya to Africa, Africa Scouting says thank you to Kenya for being a wonderful host for the inaugural, the first Africa Rover Moot. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Kenya.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Kenya.
Kenya 2023, first Africa Rover Moot. During the opening ceremony, I asked you whether you thought this was the first and the last, and definitely this was not the first and the last. All roads lead to the second Africa Rover Moot 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, the hosts of the second Africa Rover Moot. Yeah.
I'm on my way. I'll be my way, 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 I'll be my way. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
And now, South Africa officially receives the flag to host the second Africa Rover Moot.
Aye, 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 aye. 2026.
So we say thank you, Kenya, and we say all the best, South Africa, as we host the second Africa Rover Moot.
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, before the grand finale, which is finally having this coming to an end, from across the world, different countries came to Kenya. Different countries came to Africa, and through them we had all these colors, all the flags representing the different countries. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request that we be upstanding at this point as we invite the flag ceremony, so that we can now rest the flags. This is now called the resting of the colors, and over to our commander.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's maintain total silence in honor of the flags. As we are still standing, may I invite the camp chief to come and formally release us from the moot.
Thank you, sir.
Scouts from the east
to west, from the north to the south, the spirit of friendship radiated through the African continent. Kenya hosted the world. The world gave joy to Africa. Moments of reflection, opportunity of innovation. Every step taken, strengthening the unity of Scouting. Today, I dissolve the subcamps, but I encourage you not to dissolve the connection made during the camp and during this moot. May the fires of service and exchange provide warmth of positive change in all our communities. Good hunting, brothers and sisters in Scouting. From your camp chief, it's now my duty to declare the final lights out for the first Africa Rover Moot. Happy Scouting now and always. God bless you.
Thank you so much, our camp chief. And now to the grand finale.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now we need to reaffirm our Scout promise as a sign of our commitment to the movement. Could we all stand at attention? And while standing at attention, kindly make the Scout sign. And so we will reaffirm our Scout promise. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and to my country. For the people at all time to obey the Scout law. Drop. And now, the national anthem. The East African Anthem.
Mungu twaomba uilinde jumuiya
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajirike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may want to wish your friend a nice bye-bye. Give them a left hand shake if you can.
Yes. And as we say bye-bye, we ask you to remain messengers of peace, spread the word of love and unity. DJ.
DJ, kindly lost and found. The owner of this phone, if you lost your phone, kindly check with me if this could be it.
And a special announcement, tomorrow there is a special chairman's dinner and all members of the MOC and the technical team are invited for a special chairman's dinner tomorrow. In the meantime, DJ,
Grace is asking at what time?
It will be the point food will be ready because it's a dinner.
It's a dinner, Sister Grace.
So now, in 1, 2, 3, Bob Marley!
Let's celebrate the unity of Africa. It's time to get together. Hey.
Is what you want? Did you come with me? Yes. When are you going? When are you leaving? When are you going back? What time? What time? What time?
I really want to ask.
This is a dream come true, and we are excited also about what it presents to the young people. An opportunity to engage, an opportunity to interact, and perhaps to discover, to innovate solutions to some of the most pressing challenges that the world is facing today, from drug to crime to many other vices.
It is not a very easy task to move all the way from all parts of the continent, including Africa. It is actually a call, the spirit of scouting. And I want to appreciate you all for coming to Kenya. Hakuna Matata.
our society, if you want to have an impact, the transition is very important. So this section for scouting is very, very important section for us. So the idea of keeping them in sight and also supporting them to develop their talent, their skills, the competencies, so that they can be useful to the society.
This is a dream come true, and we are excited also about what it presents to the young people. An opportunity to engage, an opportunity to interact, and perhaps to discover, to innovate solutions to some of the most pressing challenges that the world is facing today, from drug to crime to many other vices.
It is not a very easy task to move all the way from all parts of the continent, including Africa. It is actually a call, the spirit of scouting. And I want to appreciate you all for coming to Kenya. Hakuna Matata.